Hello, hello. Welcome to the Holistic Healing Revolution, Brother Sage.
Aloha. Glad to be here with you, Megan. We're going to have a great day.
How are you today?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. As you can see, there's all these beautiful plants and greenery behind me because I'm in Hawaii.
You are totally blessed. I'm very envious of that. It looks a gorgeous day, and I love your bright yellow and orange shirt. It does make me think of a little bit of Magnum PI going. You're rocking that very well.
Thank you. Well, I'm not in a Hollywood set, but it kind of feels that way sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're looking the part. Okay, so let's dive in. Today, you're about to learn one of the most beneficial and life-changing practices you will ever find. Not only that, it is completely free. The way our bodies have been created is far more powerful than ever been explained. Today, you will learn how each of us carry our own healing power within us, and we need to embrace this divine human mastery that we've been blessed with. And should I say, perhaps even hidden from us. So today, we have the wonderful Brother Sage. He's a holistic wellness expert and author of numerous holistic books. He offers wellness services and fosters personal growth to be guided towards holistic healing and spiritual harmony. You can't get better than that. So welcome once again.
Aloha. Glad to be back. We've picked a beautiful day to come together and share this information with your viewers. So let's get started.
Let's get started indeed. So what are we talking about? Drum roll, please. We are talking about urine therapy. So yes, before you all get grossed out about this, I suggest you go get a piece of paper and pen and take good notes, because this is a conversation you are not going to want to miss. The information here is life-changing. So please, if you could give us a brief background to urine therapy and why it is so good for us.
Well, urine therapy, the written history of urine therapy is recorded as going back 5,000 years to the Hindu scriptures, which made it popular, known as the Damar Tantra. And what this book is basically about is a teaching from Shiva, the Lord of the universe, to the Hindus, to his partner Parvati. And what he did in this beautiful Sanskrit, whatever language they used, Hindi, to lay out not only what to use to collect your urine, how to use it, how to change things, how to heal things, and over a period of 9 years of doing this, how to achieve physical immortality.
Ooh, we all want that.
We all have the option to choose that. Not everybody wants that, but it's on the table for us. So the reason I say recorded history, because recorded history is only what's been made known to us. There is the handed down culture and wives' tales and things that go back long before recorded history. So my guess has always been that urine therapy started when mom, whoever first mom was, gave birth, and there was a baby in this beautiful water world floating in amniotic water, and eventually when the urinary functions get going, the baby or the fetus would urinate into the water, so it gets mixed up and you're naturally drinking it, peeing it, massaging it. And this is one of the reasons that babies come out looking so beautiful and you just want to touch them and smell them. They're love, so cute. So you can't really nail the exact time it all started, but it's been around for at least 5,000 years. But let me get everybody clear on what this is.
That's your urine.
This is about 20 minutes old, so it's a good year. Excellent aroma. As you can tell, it's light in color because I eat fruit a lot.
Wow.
Right? It doesn't have anything in it but the water.
Nothing.
So even the medical community will be willing to admit that what this is ultra-filtered blood plasma. It's plasma ultrafiltrate is the term they use. All right. So what we've got is an incredible filtration system. The kidneys are a filtration system. If you guys paying attention here, it is not an organ of elimination. So people who still have the disgust factor and still have a negative association with it, they were programmed to think that way.
We certainly have, that it's a waste product.
That it's a waste product. And we, in this community, this worldwide community, by the way, if those people want to know how many people are practicing in the world, we've come up with statistics of over 500 million people.
That's huge. I would never have thought that.
In over 50 nations. Well, if you consider that there is a Urine Therapy Association in China that in 2006, they had posted on their website that they had 7 million members. Germany has posted they have 10 million members. That's only 2 out of 50 countries. So it adds up.
It does. That's incredible. Yes, so carry on. It's not a waste product.
It's not a waste product. So what we're doing in our talk today, and what I do in classes and courses and all the books I've written, is to demystify urine, simplify the use of your body's sacred water, elixir, remedy, whatever you want to call it, and create a new appreciation and a new association with the mind, so there's no more misunderstanding or misperception.
That's a great start.
So what makes this even more exciting is its relationship to several things. Now, you know that there are 5 states of matter?
No.
Solid, liquid, gas, ether, plasma. All right. This is plasma. This is the part of the blood that comes from the liver, and all that goes through the kidneys is the blood plasma, one of 3 components of the blood. Well, the body's intelligent, knows how to read the plasma before it's filtered to determine if there's any contaminants or threats. And if there is, it's going to throw in more stem cells, more antibodies. It's going to give you 5,661 identified ingredients, so your body can regenerate, can release, can restore all functions to the body. Now, this relationship not only is to plasma, but this has a relationship to distilled water. And you say, well, why would I put that in that same classification? Now, distilled water is structured water. And now, when we use words in the health industry, in our health profession, it's good to qualify and explain what words are. The same with people on the spiritual journey. They use words like love. They use words like God. They use words like ascension. But we don't want to just throw words around. So the word structured means that if you zoom in under deep magnification, like with an electron microscope, you can see structures like crystalline structures. You can see all kinds of images. They've seen crosses. They've seen sacred geometry. They've seen all kinds of stuff inside the urine. So this is the same kind of structure the body recognizes that it would use. This is why distilled water is structured water. And this is why many of us say, well, you want all these special water machines, you get the reverse osmosis and the alkaline water machine and this, that, and the other thing. Unless it's structured, the body won't absorb it and use the proper minerals from it. So you're really just wasting good water. You might as well get it from yourself, or from distilled water machine, or from rain, glacial water, or fruit juice.
Hey. So all those good things you're talking about, amino acids, vitamins, supplements, is found in your urine every single time. Stem cells, even you mentioned,
Brilliant.
Is found in your urine every time you go to the toilet. I mean, we've been taught as quickly as possible, weird out, flush the toilet, get the hell out of the loo. It's a waste. There's nothing good to it. And yet what you're saying is exactly what your body needs in the form that your body recognizes it in is literally, we are weighing out millions of dollars worth of healing power, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, and it knows exactly what you need at any particular stage of your day. Because throughout the day, your body has different needs. Your body is going through different cleaning cycles. And so it's very intelligent. We don't necessarily give the kudos and the acknowledgement to how intelligent the creation is, that's made of us to be able to be self-sustaining and sovereign and be able to heal ourselves. Now, one good note to remember, since these are shaky times on our planet, and you guys know what I'm talking about, if they go the distance, now they've already GMO'd our food, and they've already tampered with our food, and they've done all kinds of crazy stuff with their food. If they ever decide to take, and they've been taking farmers' land away, they've been doing all kinds of stuff. If they ever decide to ruin or destroy our food source on the planet, listen closely, guys.
I'm listening.
Such a complete nutritional food. People are fasting off this for a day, 3 days, a month. If they took all your food source away and you could urinate and collect this, you could still thrive and make it on this planet.
Come on. So it's as nourishing to your body as eating food?
It's a health food store in a drink. I mean, this is like the mother of all superfoods, and it's in your water. This is how people throughout their day gain more energy. They get more strength, they get more clarity, vitality, things heal quicker because it's exactly built just for what your body needs.
Wow. Now tell me, is urine only good to take internally, or are there other ways that it can be utilized to heal your body? Can you put it on your skin? And if so, how? Why would you want to do that? Can you just walk us through what are some of the practical applications of urine?
Thank you, Megan. Great questions. So most people, when they approach the subject of urine therapy, by the way, you might on this call hear me say different words that are the same thing as urine, because urine is a word that the medical profession put together back in 1917 with some little group called the Rockefellers.
And those good guys.
Yeah.
I love them.
Fellers. So we may call it Orin. We might call it Shivambu, which is the Hindu word. It means the water Shiva, or blood of the Lord. So most people think of this as just something you would drink, which it still gives you great benefit. That is so good. I don't want to waste any of it.
Look at you.
And there are 24 topical protocols that I'm going to go through some of them right now that you can use. And the reason we incorporate the topical protocols is so that you can reach direct pathways to those organs and systems that would take normally longer absorption time to get into the bloodstream through the mouth and stomach and so forth. So some of these protocols people are aware of. They include, and I'm going to show some equipment here in just a second. Eye rinsing. Eye rinsing are great for eye issues, cataracts, floaters, blindness, night vision, strain from looking at a screen all day. Not that you guys do that.
Of course not.
Of course not. All right. So there's eye rinsing. There's ear rinsing for ear issues and hearing issues and wax buildup and buzzing and all kinds of stuff in the ears. There's also nasal drinking and snorting to get up to the blood-brain barrier up into the pineal gland, and I'll explain that in a little bit. You've also got various versions of oral health, mouth health. People have teeth conditions, tongue, bad breath. You can gargle, you can swish, you can do the Orin version of coconut pulling, which is basically holding the Orin in your mouth for as long as you can, 3 to 5 minutes before you swallow it. And why do I think?
Interesting that you swallow. Everyone else wants you to spit everything out.
Once again, this is a great point to touch on. One of the attributes of this water. Now, I put together years ago what's known as the Shivambu Wisdom Chart. It's an incredible chart. If anybody wants to get their hands on it, I'm sure there'll be ways to contact me in the description part of the movie.
There will be.
The wisdom charts is that it's one of the properties of Orin is that it sterilizes, alchemizes, and merges with anything that it touches. Wow. Now, stay with me, guys. If you have it in your mouth because you think you might have some kind of germs or whatever in your mouth, after you've gargled it, you've already sterilized and alchemized what was in your mouth before. In essence, it has become the Orin. Swallow it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay.
Don't
Keep
spit it.
going.
Keep going out. So there's also foot soaks.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm always pushing foot soaks because I've been doing reflexology and foot massage for 45 years, and my dad was a foot doctor. I've got generations of foot specialists. So the reason I say, do get into the foot soak, get yourself a tub like this, guys. It's a Tupperware rubber tub. And get your feet in there for 30 minutes. Put enough Orin in there so you can cover up to your ankles, which is where the reproductive organ section is of your feet. And get your feet in there for 30 minutes, and you'll be able to help your body through the reflexology system going all the way to those organs.
That's amazing. Now, can we go back to the eyes? Because I know a lot of people have eye issues. They really need to get some healing, and instead of going for the traditional awful drops that they give you with laced with so many stuff or surgery, let's show what your urine can do for yourself. So I know you get those little urine cups. Is that what you're talking about? And you mentioned, there we go.
We have two pieces of equipment that I use and recommend. There may be some that other people, what I love about the worldwide community, other than everybody becomes best friends with each other, because who else can you admit that you pee in the bathtub with?
Yes, exactly.
It's lovely. It's never boring. So what has helped me to develop all these protocols and put them in all my books is that these guys send me ideas and I try them out and I go, brilliant, let's do that. So I'm going to show the alternative to the eye cup in just a second. This is basically glass, right? And it's shaped for the eye.
Yes.
See, it's auricular. It has an oval shape to it. And then there's a stem. And you basically are going to fill it up, press it against your eye, form a suction over the eye, keep your eye open, blink 4 or 5 whatever times. And when you feel complete with one eye, you switch to the other eye, do the same thing. And then after you've done the second eye, just pour it over one of the eyes.
You can pour it right in. Lovely.
Pour it right in. Now, we're going to explain the difference between fresh and aged in just a minute here.
Okay.
But I always caution people, if you're using aged urine over your eyes, there may be a 3-second sting.
Okay.
Just heads up.
Makes sense. But then not to be alarmed by it. It's just because I would imagine it's more potent, and therefore it's stinging a little, but don't think, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong.
No, it's not going to hurt you.
Exactly.
There's no side effects at all in this water and these practices. It's just what some people do is they dilute it with either fresh urine or they might use some distilled water.
Okay.
Very simple. Okay. So the alternative, and you're going to love the alternative. Hold on.
Oh, I can't wait. Show me.
Let me get him ready. The alternative is swimming goggles.
And you look like a hip Harley Davidson driver now.
I know. I need the leather cap and the leather outfit.
Yeah, you do.
And tattoos and longer hair. And
Oh, fabulous. I love the look.
Thank you. So, guys, what you do is you fill this up with your urine. You can keep your eyes open and just keep this over your eyes for as long as you feel comfortable. And when you're done, take her off.
That's amazing.
See how simple that is? And you can get swimmer's glasses anywhere.
Anyway, exactly. And so easy. So easy. And if you really want to be hip, take a picture of yourself and post it on Facebook.
Yes, and you'll be popular really fast.
Within seconds, I'm telling you.
Now, there was a time when people used to use these things. Remember these?
Oh, yes.
It's called a neti pot.
Yes.
It looks like a lens lamp.
It does.
Okay. Well, it works, but it has some limitations. See, what you want to do when you're doing nose drinking is to be able to rehydrate your 5 sinus cavities, right?
Right.
And there's a way, which you'll see here in a minute, to cross the blood-brain barrier to access the pineal and pituitary glands so you can uncalcify your third eye.
Got it.
And when you realize what it means, what that really means is to be able to have your ability to be a visionary and to have creative powers back and to be able to have your intelligence working properly, you'll do this up the nose. It won't be as awkward as you think it is.
Okay. Are you going to demonstrate that to us now?
Cross your fingers. So the limitation is this basically drains from one nostril to another.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who use this, you know how it works. You tip your head to one side, you pour it into one nostril, and it drains out the other nostril. That doesn't get into your brain. That won't go up into your sinuses. Now, some people think, well, they can sniff on it, but you're basically going to get a little bit of drips and maybe fumes. So you don't get the full effect of it. So the next best thing is for people who are shy about drinking. You will eventually, you can learn how to drink out of a water glass, a water bottle, anything, when you learn how to use this muscle behind your eyebrows in coordination with your stomach.
Okay.
All right. You notice when you clear your throat, you go, yeah, you've done that. Everyone's done that.
Yes.
So there's actually a muscle right behind this bone here.
Okay.
And when you drink it up your nose becomes a straw. And what happens here is whatever can get up into the brain goes up into the brain, but everything else is going to drain behind the throat and go down this esophagus, passageway this way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I should demonstrate, I guess.
You're going to have to.
All right.
You're going to have a whole lot of people watching you, but hey.
Life is...
I got faith in you. You can do this.
I excel at making a fool out of myself, because if you can't laugh at yourself, you get too serious, you get in trouble. So
Indeed.
So this is a simple technique where you're going to put your nose over this. Some people do one nostril at a time. Some people do both nostrils. And then, like I said, some of it's going to get up into your third eye and some won't. And if you see some spilling out, that's just part of the process.
Okay.
Now, my mentor, and I call him the nose drinking guru, is Samuel Cohen. And he's out with his guru right now. He's either in South Asia or somewhere. Kelly Raw taught him how to drink through the nose, and he's mastered it. So I'm going, oh God, I got to learn what he does.
You're going to catch up there.
Exactly. So what he does is put some a little in his mouth, so it forces it up the nose, and everybody does it.
Okay.
I'm getting prepared.
I see what you're doing. You're sucking at the same time. Yeah, look at that. And breathing it in and sucking it up. Okay, I'm so glad you demonstrated this. Otherwise, I would never have been able to understand it. I see what you're doing.
All right, so as you saw me sucking on it, it's going behind the throat. It's going the canal behind the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then you put it all on your skin. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I always carry some in my car, and I highly recommend that people keep some in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I do that, get yourself a little pump bottle like this.
Oh, yes.
It has a little tip on it.
Yes. And always make it glass, people. You don't want plastic going into your water.
If you can.
Mm.
It's not a perfect world. You do your best you can. Mm. Somebody I'm glad you brought that plastic thing up, Megan, because there was a brother of mine says, well, what if you live in a third world country